This is the VIP Podcast, Virginia in Politics. Let's listen to host Chris Saxman explore the personalities and policies that connect the Commonwealth. The VIP Podcast is brought to you by the VCTA, Broadband Association of Virginia, and Virginia Free. The views and opinions expressed here do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the VCTA and Virginia Free or our sponsors.
Hi, this is Chris Saxman on the VIP Podcast, and let's do a little Election Nerd Disneyland, Episode 2. Here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we're deep in the short session, and the analysis that we provide at Virginia Free and VCTA, the Broadband Association of Virginia, I'd like to share with you the sources that I use to generate my analysis and commentary. Most notably, the Richmond Times-Dispatch. I have this home delivered. Yes, I'm old school. The Richmond Times-Dispatch is probably the best coverage of the General Assembly. Not that the Washington Post, Virginia Pilot, and the other AP, Sarah Rankin of the Associated Press, they're all great, but this is my number one delivered home delivery paper in watching the General Assembly and Virginia politics. Also in business issues, the Wall Street Journal. It's an excellent resource, an excellent guide for what's going on more globally in business and in politics. Great resource there. And I mentioned in episode 1 of the Election Nerd Disneyland focus here on the VIP Podcast, VPAP. And that's the Virginia Public Access Project, VPAP.org, VPAP.org. An amazing compendium of information on Virginia politics. I highly recommend it, and please be sure to click that donation button for VPAP. They're nonprofit. Books that I'm reading currently, The Myth of Left and Right. How the Political Spectrum Misleads and Harms America. The great thing about this book is, I want to pay attention to this one, folks. See how thin it is? It's only 100 pages. I like these kinds of books because I read books. I don't do the Kindle thing. I should do the Kindle thing more often. Also, Vaclav Smil, How the World Really Works. This is a great book. The science behind how we got here and where we're going. These kinds of books give you a broader perspective. So what I try to do is get the granular details from VPAP, the Richmond Times-Dispatch, the Wall Street Journal, and also try to put it all together and synthesize it into information that's easily absorbed and shared so that you can be further engaged in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Okay, that's how we get started down Election Nerd Disneyland, the pathway to paradise. Just kidding. It's hell some days. Just kidding. I also use my sources. Having been to the General Assembly for 8 years, I have a wealth of relationships that I'm very blessed to have in my life on both sides of the aisle. And as a result, I take all that information, but the only things I can truly use to analyze are publicly available polling and data that everyone can easily see. I can't take the rumors and all the little tidbits that I receive. One of my favorite things to do is say, no, of course I won't remember this, so please tell me what's going on. And they tell me everything, but I can't quote them. But if I hear from multiple sources, then I can go, multiple sources have told me, but I have to be very careful when I do that because I don't want to dime people out. I want to make sure those relationships are sacrosanct. But it's all designed to make sure that you are fully informed about politics in Virginia, and this podcast brought to you by VCTA, the Broadband Association of Virginia, and Virginia Free, I hope will be a blessing to you. I hope it will be informing to you, and I hope you'll share it. I hope you'll subscribe, like, and follow on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Thanks for joining.